Blue Moon by Marilyn Halvorson. Narrated by Iambic Productions. Published by Orca Book Publishers.
"Sold!" the auctioneer yelled. "To the young redhead in the red jacket!"
For a second, I just sat there stunned. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see a curl of hair above the shoulder of my jacket. The hair was red. The jacket was red. There was no getting out of it. I had just bought a horse. But why had I bought this horse? I watched gloomily as the bony blue roan mare limped out of the sale ring. Her ears were laid back angrily. As the ringman swung the gate closed behind her, she lashed out and kicked it with both back hooves. Oh, wow! Did I have a winner on my hands? How could I have been so stupid? What was my dad going to say? He lets me go to my first horse sale alone, on a school day even, and I mess up big time. But sitting here wasn't going to help. Slowly, I stood up and made my way down from the stands and toward the sales office. I was partway through the barn area when a voice stopped me. It was a cool, lazy, laid-back voice.
"Skipping school, Bobbie Jo?"
I swung around and almost bumped into the guy who owned the voice. Cole McCall, the kid from the farm next to ours. Just who I needed to finish wrecking my day. I tossed my hair back. "That's an interesting question, coming from the all-time champion at that sport," I said coldly. I turned and kept on walking. Cole just laughed and fell into step beside me. I pretended he wasn't there.
"Where are you going?"
he asked. "To pay for my horse, if it's any of your business."
"You just bought a horse?"
Cole's voice had taken on a new note of interest. "That's what I said," I answered, looking straight ahead and walking a little faster. "Now why don't you go find some of your hoodlum friends and leave me alone?" A look I couldn't quite get flickered across his face. For a second, I almost thought there was a real person behind Cole McCall's grin. But then he gave a careless shrug.
"Yeah, why not? The guys are better company than you. See you around, Blue Jeans."
Cole had been calling me that ever since he first came into my grade 10 class at West Valley High School last year. The nickname did fit my initials. It fit my clothes, too. But I still didn't want Cole McCall calling me that. I didn't want him calling me anything. Maybe it was because I was afraid he kind of liked me. At least, my friend Julie said he did. But I wasn't about to get involved with a guy like Cole. He had a real attitude. He was always in trouble at school, mainly for skipping, and he didn't even try to come up with a good excuse for it. Besides, I wasn't about to go out with any guy who had longer hair than I did. I tossed my head and marched off to pay for the horse I shouldn't even have bought. At the office, I told the clerk my name, and he flipped through some papers.
"Okay, here it is. B.J. Brooks, lot number 79. All I need is a check for $690.
His eyes widened as I dug in my pocket and came out with a fat roll of bills. "Cash okay?" I asked. I'd emptied my piggy bank, dumped the jar of quarters I'd been saving since I was 10, and taken all the coins to the bank. Then I'd closed out my savings account and taken that in cash too. It looked like a lot of money when I got it all in bills. The clerk nodded.
"Cash is fine. You're just the first person I've seen in a long time who actually has some."
I started counting out the money and thought about how much work I'd done to earn each one of those $20 bills. The profit from 3 years of raising 4-H calves, all those summers of cutting the neighbors' lawns, and I'd gathered up every cent and brought it here to buy this horse. No, that wasn't true. I didn't bring it here to buy this horse. I came to buy a colt. A year
Sample complete. Ready to continue?